there everyone, it's Matt the Dice Chucker here with yet another video, and the last video for now, of the differences between Ashes Reborn, this set, and the original Rise of the Phoenixborn. Today we'll be looking at Noah Redmoon and Jessa Na-Ni, so join us down at the table and I'll show you what's different. So today we're looking at Noah Redmoon and Jessa Na-Ni, and these are the final two that are in the base set of Ashes Reborn. Then we'll take a look at the two deluxe Phoenixborn. Those are the ones that come with the extra dice. Now, let's talk about Noah Redmoon. He has some changes. The first is his card himself, which is he used to have a health of 20, now it's 16. His battlefield shrunk from 6 to 7, grew from 6 to 7, I read that backwards. And his spellboard also grew from 3 to 4. His ability did not change, but they changed the way they worded it. So on the old, it was a side action, and you exhaust with a dagger. That's mid-magic on the black dice. Place an exhaustion token on a target ready spell on an opponent's spellboard. This one is choose a target opponent and place one exhaustion token on an unexhausted ready spell they control. Same thing, they just worded it a little differently. But mainly the big changes here are in his health, battlefield, and spellboard. The next one that got changed was summoning the Masked Wolf. I bet that's out of frame because I'm still not used to this. And that's the new one. Here is the old one. Okay, the old one said, first off, it's a cost change. So this one was just a major action. To put it out there now, it's a side action, cost of low magic. This was, if you wanted to bring out the wolf, this used to be a cost of 2 dice. It was the face and the low magic. Place a Masked Wolf conjuration onto your battlefield. The cost has changed here, so you can see you don't need the extra magic. When you focus it, the old one used to be, you may change the activation cost on this ability to just having a wolf dice instead of having to have 2 dice to bring it out. On this one is focus. If you spend any wolf dice to activate the spell, you may take an additional side action this turn. So, some change, and significant enough that it could make Noah a bit more active. Alright, so this next one also, I've seen this with a few other cards, kind of went through a word change as far as the title. So this one has a cost change. It used to be 2 daggers, now it's just a major action to bring it out. And the ability has changed too, as this spell can only be attached to units with the illusion ability. This unit no longer is considered to have the illusion ability, and it's a respark with some stats. That used to be an alteration spell, now it's just a ready spell, part of your spell board, which is destroy a conjuration you control, then place that conjuration onto your battlefield. It's a little different. And as you can see, respark doesn't really it doesn't really play into this new version. The next card, oh, that's right, it's another one that went through a title change. This is Shadow Strike. Used to be Shadow Counter. Yes, the names have changed, but they're pretty much the same thing. Also, this one has a cost change and an ability change. So on this one, the cost, on the old one used to be that it was 2 dice, now it's just the wolf dice. They're still both reaction spells. The old ability was you may play this spell after your Phoenixborn receives damage from an attack, deal 6 damage to a target your opponent controls. This one is you may play this spell after an opponent declares attackers deal 3 damage to a target unit that opponent controls that is not attacking. So, a little bit of a difference there. The last card he has that's changed in his deck. Oh, nope, sorry, there's a few more. I thought I saw another thing here. We now have the Stormwind Sniper. This is the old one. And then we have the new one here. There it is. This one has a cost change, as you can see. The old one used to be 3 dice, and then the new one is just 2. Also has an ability change. This one, the old one, this ambush is when this unit comes into play, you may inflict 2 damage on a target unit or Phoenixborn. You still have that, but it's down to 1 damage. And then also you have concealed. This unit cannot be targeted by attacks, spells, abilities, or dice powers and opponent controls. So that is the new Stormwind Sniper. And as I've mentioned before in the other videos, the last change that was made was in the conjurations themselves. This is the new False Demon card. I'll straighten that out in a second. Here's the old one. There we go. I'm still getting used to that. So it has an ability change. This used to be Unit Guard along with Illusion, which was if the unit receives damage as a result of a unit's attack or counter, destroy this unit. It also had an attack of 1 and a life of 4. It now has an attack of 2 and a life of 2, which is now his Nightmare. When this unit comes into play, you may deal damage to a target exhausted unit. 1 damage, sorry. I was like, you can't just deal damage. Also, as with the other conjurations, you only get 2 false demons instead of 5 as you did in the base set. So that's all that's been changed for Noah Redmoon. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. See you in a few seconds. Alright, and here's the final Phoenixborn in the base set. We're talking about differences between original Ashes and Ashes Reborn. This is Jessa Na-Ni. Is that a little better? Hopefully that's a little better. So let's talk about some of the differences. Her base card automatically has some differences. She used to be 18 health, now she's 19. Her battlefield has shrunk from 5 to 4, but her spell board remains the same. She also has an ability change. Screams of the Departed is what her old one was. Whenever a unit under an opponent's control leaves play, you may spend 1 low magic to deal damage to their Phoenixborn. Now, it's once per turn. After a unit is destroyed, you may spend 1 low magic to deal 1 damage to a target Phoenixborn. So it's kind of the same thing, just worded a little differently, hopefully for ease of play. The next card that was changed was... there we go. Fear. Fear has a cost change. Instead of just being a major action to put it down, you need to have a dice to do it. And the ability change. The old one was choose a target unit under an opponent's control. If it is a conjuration, return it to its owner's conjuration pile, otherwise return it to its owner's hand. The new one is destroy unit you control. If you do, remove wound tokens from your Phoenixborn equal to the destroyed unit's recover value, and then discard a target unit an opponent controls. So that's a bit different and more helpful in keeping her alive. Because her image is on the bottom of the deck, she's the one that has to use it. Then we have Undying Heart. It's the next one that was changed. Undying Heart, which has some really nice artwork on it. This has a cost change, as you can see here. So here it needed a heart and a standard magic, and this one is a side action. This one was a major action with just the heart. This one just had Respark with some stats. Like I said, most of the cards that had Respark on them are pretty much gone from this new set. Sorry, the word is gone. The cards themselves are not. But on this one, it's Undying. When this unit is destroyed, if it is an ally, you may place it into its owner's hand. And then it's got a +1 life and recover +1. So it's Undying Heart. Next one to change was Redirect. The big changes here was a cost change. So instead of a heart, now you need the snake. And the ability changed as well. The old one was you may play this spell when your Phoenixborn would take damage, and you have at least 1 unit that you control in play. Do not deal that damage to your Phoenixborn, instead deal that damage to a target you control. The new one is you may play this spell after your Phoenixborn is dealt damage. If you control at least 1 unit, choose a unit you control to receive that damage instead. So not completely different, more wording, like I said, wording change for ease of play. The next one we have some change with is the Blood Archer. That's right here. The Blood Archer mainly had a cost change. There we are. There it is. Cost change and an ability change. As you can see, the costs leveled here are different. mainly different dice. The old one had Blood Oath too. When you are declaring attackers, you may add 2 attack to this unit for the remainder of this turn if you do place 2 wounds on this unit. It also had Battle Advantage. When this unit is in battle, it inflicts its damage before other units would without Battle Advantage inflict their damage. Stats are the same. This one just has Bloodshot. Place 1 wound token on this unit to deal 1 damage to a target unit. So a bit simpler as far as its ability. Might not be as powerful, but a bit simpler. And the next change we have is the Living Doll. Right here. Living Doll. And then we have the new Living Doll. Once again, also a cost change with her. So if you're deck building with the new one, you can put green dice with Jessa Na-Ni. Then again, you can, since her face isn't on the bottom, you can do whatever you want there. The old one had Pain Link 1. Whenever this unit receives damage, you may spend a low magic to inflict X amount of damage to a target unit or Phoenixborn. X is the damage received or this unit's life value, whichever is less. It has life of 3, recover 1. So these are basically the same stats. But however, this one is different. As a side action, move 1 wound token from this unit onto a target Phoenixborn. So, a bit different. The last thing that is slightly different is the Blood Shaman. Which used to be called a Leech Warrior. Cost change, ability change, and stat changes are all present. So when it was called the Leech Warrior, it needed more dice to bring out. And it had Shadow Drain. When this unit receives 1 or more damage, you may select 1 die in the target player's active pool and place it in the player's exhausted pool with a stat of 2 attack, 3 life, and 3 recover. Those stats have changed here to 0 attack, 2 life, and 1 recover. The Blood Shaman is now, when this unit is destroyed as a result of a spell, ability, or dice power you control, you may remove 1 wound token from your Phoenixborn and then raise 1 die in your active pool 1 level. And was there anything else on that one? That's pretty much it. Jessa Na-Ni was not really changed that much. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. See you next time for the 2 deluxe level Phoenixborn. Those are the ones that came with this new special dice. See you then.